5 Wonderkids that are destined for a move this summer or
Big
the
moves.
next or the winter, whatever. But we expect them improving and going somewhere else. So, and tell us yours in the comments section and like this video for more content just like this.
Absolutely. Well, you want to start with the first one, or should I?
I'll start with my first one. My
Okay.
first one is someone that, if you listen to the FC Wonderkid podcast, I think you'll know him. It's Gift Orban. Gift Orban.
Hey, Train.
Hi, Train.
Hello,
Gift
Train.
Orban, in 6 months, the hype train is real.
Yeah,
He's
that's real. That's not CGI.
he scored 3 goals and became the player that had the fastest hat-trick ever in UEFA competitions. And that happens why? Because he's fast scoring goals. He's fast and pacey inside the games. And honestly, he's fast tracking towards becoming a top striker in Europe.
Yeah.
I fully believe a team like Tottenham should get him.
There it is.
I see their interest.
Yep.
I would get Gift Orban and Taremi if I was Tottenham to replace Kane.
Mm-hmm.
But people, just remember this name. Gift Orban is the future in striker position.
I'd have to agree with that. 25 goals in 25 games since he's arrived, and he hasn't really slowed down once. He's already got a bunch to start the year. So mine is Ernest Nuama.
Okay.
I love the right to dream. If you've heard it previously, I will say it again and again, and I'll probably not stop saying it. But Nuama is the newest in the line. Mohamed Kudus. You have Simon Adingra, both of which might wind up being teammates at Brighton after getting their first start at FC Nordsjælland. And Nuama is a left winger, and he's already got a bunch of goals this season, 4 goals in 3 Super League games, and it's not stopping. He's fast, he's technical, but even more importantly, he does not shy away from defensive capabilities. He will press like no other. My guess is that it'd be very, very dumb to let him be in the Super League in another year. I think by the winter, he'll likely find another team.
That's a bold
Easily.
prediction.
Eredivisie
And great player. A great player.
Calling? Or Brighton calling.
Or Portuguese league, you never know. Nordsjælland.
Well, they should get in on the fun. They should
Andreas
get in.
Sheldrup.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Well,
that's
let's
true.
wait
That's
and
true.
see. Yeah.
And for people that don't know, Sheldrup came from FC Nordsjælland, not part of the right to dream, but he is.
He's got that right to dream, and he's dreaming a Benfica. No, I'm gonna go a bit South America on this. Gift Orban is quite iconic, I'd say, in the Belgian Pro League, but there's a player quite iconic too, not just because of himself, but because of his father too. Federico Redondo. If you might know, his father was a legend at Real Madrid, a player that makes things look simple. That's what he does.
Yep.
And his son, I think he looks a lot like his father too. He's a CDM, Federico Redondo, one of the best Argentinian prospects out there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I fully believe he might go this summer, but definitely by winter, we will know where Redondo plays in Europe. And whoever gets him, they get one of the best CDM talents to get at an affordable price.
Yeah, absolutely shocked. He has not been snapped up yet.
Exactly.
Absolutely shocked.
We're
Such
doing
a
the jobs
tidy
as
player.
scouts for the top teams.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Get out there. I don't even think it would cost that much to get
I think
him,
it'd be like 10 to 15, definitely. You can get him. And with the first touch that he has, and this is the thing, you don't see too many CDMs that are so good with their first touch and technique. Federico Redondo has that. And that's why I just see it so much as a necessity. I think Benfica should have go and get him maybe. Because if Florentino's not playing, and Joe Neves and Koksu, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
Redondo is great.
Yeah.
Exquisite, and watch out.
Well, I don't want to cheat, but like, if we're going to talk Argentinian, I could almost say Prestiani because the deal is not done.
Officially,
it's
but
not
Fabrizio
done.
said,
but
here
I
we
just
go.
realized he did say, which is as good as gold.
As it seems
But
to.
Prestiani, man, I was just thinking, learning from Di Maria, that would be absolutely huge. But that move's already
But
solid.
Di Maria, I think it's going to be maybe 1 year if 2. Let's see.
Okay.
But Prestiani learning from Di
and
Maria.
Sheldrup learning from
And
him. But
we say
Argentinian,
that's
yeah.
another player destined for a move, and we think he's a Benfica. But imagine, like, Prestiani, in terms of dribbling, we put him in the top category in the world of football right
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd say he's probably I'd say he is the best young dribbler on the planet. It's just
now.
how
Like
young is young.
under 18.
Under 19, we'll call it.
Okay.
Under 19.
Under 19 is bold, man.
Under 19 is bold. We'd actually have to look at the list because off the top of my head, I can't. My brain is foggy.
I'm thinking Hendrik, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that kid, when
Prestiani,
he...
though.
But Hendrik
It's attached to his foot.
is a train once he gets to that. Well,
Speaking of a train,
mm-hmm.
that actually is not a good segue for me at all, but I'm going to say Karim Konate. 19-year-old. If you've listened to us for a long period of time, you know that I have a special, spot in my heart for RB Salzburg, their scouting department. I mean, so do you. You talk about them quite frequently. Konate is the next in line. He is another part of that Ivorian, just so many good young stars coming up. He's already got 6 goal involvements in 3 games to start the year. And he is that next man up. With Salzburg, there's always that next man up mentality. Why? Because they sell the striker in front of the next striker,
exactly.
Right? So you do have Roko Simic, who's getting his chances, but Karim Konate, I mean, you can just see already that he has the profile that will get snapped up, Ligue 1 or Bundesliga.
I could see Ligue 1, definitely, for Karim Konate. And the strikers that you're mentioning, Karim Konate is replacing Šeško. Šeško's replacing Haaland. The recruitment, once again, Red Bull Salzburg,
like
elite. The only thing Red Bull Salzburg loses compared to a team like Benfica is their own league. The Austrian league is very poor in competition. It doesn't have the history of the Portuguese league and others.
Yeah.
So
I think they're 10 in a row now, 11 in a row, something like that.
They're going to dominate for the next 3 years. If let's see, if someone grabs a team from Austria and makes it simple.
Adeyemi was the other one.
Imagine Prime. Imagine Prime gets a team and goes against Red Bull Salzburg in the Austrian league. It becomes the
Still never had one.
The drinks league.
Yeah. What do they cost now? Like 250 euros?
I don't know, but Prime sponsoring Bayern Munich, Barca, Arsenal, like they ain't stopping as it seems to. My days. But more players that they're destined for a move. Do you have any more, Brad?
I do. I've got 2.
Okay.
All right. I'll keep them quick because I know we're running long here. But Giorgio Scalvini, you probably know the name. You've heard of him. He is, a modern center back. I mean, one of those ones that he's big. He's solid in the air, very solid in the air. But at the same time, he knows how to distribute. He's comfortable in tight situations back. He's just a very, very good connector for Atalanta. It has to be his last season in an Atalanta shirt. He's along Okoli. I forget who the other one is in their back 3 because they play with 3 center backs, if I'm not mistaken.
They play Demiral.
Demiral, that's who it is. He's got 50 Serie A appearances already.
Demiral is still young.
At 19.
At Turkey. Sorry. No, Scalvini definitely. Scalvini is... I could put Antonio Silva in this conversation too. Yeah. I think Antonio Silva is ahead of Scalvini. But Scalvini is definitely one of the best young center backs for any top team to go grab. I think Tottenham should be eyeing more of a Bastoni, but if they can convince a Bastoni, they should definitely eye up a Scalvini. That is at Atalanta, and will want to move like Rasmus Winterhoyland did.
Yeah.
I'll have a shout with a player that I just know. With Benfica, you just know some players, and this player, he's going to be in a big team. Really I don't hope it's not soon. I hope he stays more years at Benfica because
you want Benfica to be the big team.
No. I want to have the chance to see this kid live. Because if he's in another city, I have to move out of Lisbon maybe. But João Neves has just extended his contract, release clause of 120 million, and people at home, teams will be breaking that release clause if he continues like this. The kid is one of the best young midfielders under 20 on the planet right now, and Kokshu and João Neves, without João Neves, they wouldn't look as good as they did. If it was Florentino and João Neves, I still think they could win. But without João Neves, if it was Florentino and Kokshu, I have doubts. So what does that say? I say that João Neves is the starter at Benfica at 18, or deserves that spot at all times.
Another quick come up, man.
Trust me.
Quick come up that happens.
The intensity.
He's a little pit bull. He's fun to watch.
But he's so intense.
Yeah.
He's not huge in stature.
He's tiny, actually.
If you compare
my size,
to Milinkovic Savic,
I just said I was
definitely
5'7".
is.
I'm definitely not 5'7".
If we compare him to Milinkovic Savic, he is. Yeah. But João Neves, in terms of the intensity in duels, in terms of the way he plays, the way he looks forward, he's a great player at 18. And whoever gets him after Benfica and they surround him in the right system, not like happened to João Felix, they'll be getting a great player, because Seixal Academy is a proven academy when the players go to the right team. If Felix would have gone to City or Barca immediately and not Atletico, it would have been different. Maybe like Ruben Dias at City.
Yeah.
The right fit at the right time. That was it.
Yeah, it was.
I wanted to say that. Ronev's
that's good.
people,
That's
please
good.
remember.
Well, it's.
Will I add? Look, I'll
do you
add.
have another? You got one more?
And I'll add just another statement on the
Okay.
kid. I think Ronev. I think I'll see him in the Euros. I think I'll see him at the Euros.
That's impressive.
I think I'll see him at the Euros, Ronev.
That's I mean, it is
Next
season,
summer.
Next summer. Okay.
He has a full season. I think he's going to impress big time this season at Benfica.
Because it's not just you that's catching on. I mean, the world is starting to catch up to João Neves.
They should.
They are.
They
yeah.
should.
But you have been talking about him for a very long time.
Like 6 months now, yeah.
And I can't get him to shut up about it. You know. It's kind of annoying. Actually.
You'll trust me, man. When you see him play, you'll love it.
I know.
Just like
I
Enzo
know.
at that time when
I
you
have
did.
gotten to see him play it, but only. This is another thing I have an issue with.
You have to say it, yeah.
Primera Liga, man. Someone in the U.S. buy the rights, whatever it takes. I have no ability to watch Primera Liga except when they're in the Champions League.
so
Those
bad.
teams, or illegally, which I don't do.
How many Benfica fans are in the States? Sporting Porto. Like, there's a huge influence, a huge Portuguese community in the States.
In the tri-state area, for
Like,
sure.
definitely.
Up near New York.
Come on, people.
It's
Oh.
massive. So
I'll be putting
anyone,
this on TikTok. Don't worry, mate. Like, come on.
Anyone out there that's got a few, I don't know, $100 million, whatever it would cost. I have no clue what it would cost.
No.
Just buy the dang rights.
Just get it.
Or get it back. It
Apple
used to be
TV.
on Gold TV, I think.
Apple
back in the-
TV, get
Apple
MLS
TV
with
might.
Primera Liga. You get the best of both worlds.
Careful
maybe.
what you ask for, because I bet you Apple, this MLS deal's working out so well, I bet you they're going to go snapping up everything. Because the thing about Apple TV is it's a streaming platform.
It starts like that.
You can get it anywhere. I can watch, there's no, when I go to look at MLS highlights, there's no, you cannot find
You
this
just
in
need
this
to put a
location.
username
It's
and
everywhere.
password.
It's
I
it.
get you.
It's
I-
beautiful.
that's
It's beautiful.
that's
So
a smart
yes,
thing.
Apple, buy Premier Liga rights.
The Premier
Done.
League maybe should do that.
And I want a finder's fee. My last one is, I don't know if it was 5. I kind of mentioned
Think we-
Prestiani,
5,
but
yeah.
I'll just do one more. I'll do Jorel Hato, who is the Ajax center back who technically has replaced Jurien Timber, but he actually looked good in their opener. Now, their opener was
and
against
Calvin
Heracles.
Bassey.
Kelvin, well, yeah, he's back in the at Fulham.
That's 2 center backs.
He did not look good, though.
Hopefully they're getting Sutalu, but
Yeah.
That's-
Well, hopefully Hato does so well. The only reason he is equated to Timber is the fact of his versatility. He could play on the left.
is he Dutch too?
He's Dutch. Yep. He's brought through the academy. I think he's only 18. So he's young. But he actually broke in a little bit last season, near
wanna
the end
see
of the
more on
season. And fullback, center back. Okay, we said hi to the train. Now we're saying hi to the plane. And he's one you got to watch because Ajax, I think, is headed for a tough season. I don't think they're going to be contenders this year, although it's really hard to never call Ajax a contender. So that's probably me eating crow sandwich later. But when it comes down to it, Hato is going to be a big, big part because it seems like they're getting ready to rebuild, or Ajax is getting ready to really rely on their youth academies.
Well, or buying like Brighton does, like Benfica does, relying on
It'd be
academy
nice.
and recruitment by
would
they
be
getting
nice.
Carlos Borges, that was 19 million, and I thought he was going to West Ham, and they went bold
And
with
why
that
not?
signing. That's a great shout. My
Yeah.
last shout on the 5 Wonderkids that are destined for a move is the bust.
Yeah.
Just like
The
we saw
Bast.
Gvardiol growing in importance for his national team with Croatia, the Bast is growing in a team that after Vertonghen and Vermaelen,
Yeah.
they looked horrendous. Denier was starting for Belgium. A team that was top 3 in the FIFA World Ranking, number 1
Yeah.
at a given moment. They needed center backs, and De Bast is the answer. Remember this name, De Bast. He's destined for a big move. I'll be surprised if he stays in the Belgian Pro League another season.
Yeah.
After this one.
I mean, I think the Belgian future is starting to show itself, slowly uncover. Vermeeren,
Bakayoko.
but they need more.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
need more.
completely.
Yeah.
If
And-
you compare the Belgian future with the Portuguese, the Brazilian, the English,
Yeah.
the French,
It's different.
it is.
And that's another day. We're going to rank those youth. Youths.
Oh yeah, we should.
We'll
And
do
tell us down below your 5 Wonderkids that are destined for a move, players that we didn't mention in this video.
Yeah.
We want to see your ball knowledge, and we will for sure answer that comment.
Yeah.
We won't forget you. Don't worry.